definitely a major influence on my flow. I would also say Tupac Shakur, especially with Passion. Eminem's, I'm a big fan of Eminem. He's helped me out a lot. Nas has always been a big influence in all of my writing since I've started writing rap. And also Biggie, of course, classic. Those are the major influences.
Well, I like to listen to a very vast range of music. I love everything from classical to hip-hop, rock, country, everything. So when I try to make music, I try to make it very original. I try to incorporate all those sounds. I don't try to go just one genre. So that's kind of where I go with my music making.
Well, I actually started writing poetry first, yes, before I started writing raps. Both around the same time frame. When I was in 7th grade, I started writing poetry, and that easily translated to write raps because I've always been a big fan of hip-hop.
Before Paradox the MC, I worked a couple of musical projects. I was in choir for a number of years, which actually helped me learn a lot of musical stuff. I learned about singing, I learned about sheet music. That got me into the thing. And from there I took a couple classes here and there in school, but it's just been mostly an independent pursuance.
As far as writing the lyrics, it took a few months to write every song, I would say. I spread them out as far as writing it. I was kind of making sure I wanted to have a different sound for each song. The lyrics would be the same, or discussing the same things over and over again. So I would say a few months in a stretch as far as writing. Recording
Was a different story. We spread it out over a number of months. Yeah. We recorded, and it was a game. We had to record, listen, and approve, and then record. It took us a while, about a couple months.
To get everything completely done, especially mastered, because Solid is definitely a perfectionist. It took us, I would say, about over a year to finally be satisfied with the product that we're willing to let others in aspect of listen to. I love hip-hop in general. What I love more about the old school is everyone seems to be striving to be more original and not trying to sound the same on each song, not just playing for what people want to hear as far as like the radio. They're playing what they feel, they're doing what they want to do, and people feel that, they pick up on that. I guess that's what I love a lot about the old school.
Official schooling in music. I do have education in music to the side. I don't have anything on paper, I would say, but as I said, I was in choir for a number of years, at least 4 years, which taught me a lot about music. I have done stuff online. I've gone through some music courses, you could say, online, and that's about it. I think music is something can't be taught, you have to feel it, and that's what I go with. I feel what I make.
I don't know, I think I'm just such a fan of hip-hop. I love music, and music is my favorite thing. Hip-hop is always my favorite. I don't know if I could put my finger on one person or one rapper. There's just so many out there that influenced by, even people that are underground or people that are mainstream. There's a lot of different, brilliance as far as hip-hop goes, and things like that. So I don't know if I could pinpoint just one person. I've had a lot of them.
There are a number of producers that I look up to. Just to name a few: Dr. Dre, he's a god of his game. I respect every piece of work that he's done. I love Dead Mouse, which is a total opposite end of the musical spectrum. It is more electronic and dance music, but what that man has done is amazing. And yeah, there's a number of producers out there that I really do appreciate, but I have to say that those are my top two.
Well, the true meaning, I mean, honestly, the first time I heard the name of The World Is Unprepared, it wasn't The World Is Unprepared, I can't remember what it was, but a friend of a friend had mentioned when they first heard Minus All His Music. This is before we made anything for The World Is Unprepared. This was just practice stuff we were doing. Someone said the world is not prepared for me. And that's where the original idea for The World Is Unprepared came in my head when I thought of the title. As far as like metaphor, I mean, The World Is Unprepared, in my opinion, has a wide range of what you can think of. It can be almost anything you want. The world is unprepared for me. The world is unprepared for what's going on. We're living in a strange time. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I would say The World Is Unprepared might be even, yeah, exactly like you said, the world is ill prepared for him. Maybe the world is ill prepared for the sound in general. I mean, there's a lot of stereotypes. I mean, music has gone a certain direction over the last few years. We're breaking from those traditions. We're going our own route and musical path. So the world is ill prepared for us.
Definitely. There's always room for improvement. I mean, we're currently working on some new tracks, trying to get more range as far as an audience going with this next project we're working on. And yes, I'm definitely working on my flow. Every time I write a rap, I'm trying to make it better than the last one I wrote before. I have worked on my flow all my life. Honestly, I say that Jay-Z has the biggest influence in where my flow went. I don't know. He kind of showed me what a flow should sound like and helped me find my own. Along with rock and
I did play the guitar on those songs. I played the guitar, I played the bass, I played the keyboard, I played the drums, I do the synthesizer, I do vocals. I tried.
He's on his way to being a musical genius. Half the fear I'd have to say is when I wrote it, I was just trying to think of something that was very metaphorical, something very lyrical, but also something that takes you somewhere, something like a story. I've been writing all my life, and I like to write stories, and I think this one had a really good story to it. It was very a joy to write and record that song. It was just something different, completely different from anything else in the album. I would say that's the most different song we have in sound, the way the music is. It's got like almost like an old school East Coast type of sound, and the lyrics are just come at you. It is a strange story, but you know, if you just sit back and have fun with it, you can take it places.
Well, the system that I use to produce The World Is Unprepared it's a very long and strenuous system. I can't quite give away the details, just because that's kind of my personal system and I don't want to give it away. But what I will release is that basically Paradox would write his lyrics, he'd come up with his material, do his biggest game, he'd send it to me or bring it to me, I would make the beat. Whatever I felt was invoked through his lyrics, whatever emotions and stuff it brought to me, I try to convert that into a kind of a sound or come up with a backing to that. And then he would spit on top of the sound, we'd kind of build our chemistry together, and we make some magic happen. I've been using that theory, or that, you could say I've been using that system for about a year now, pretty much since the conception of this album.
That's a tough question. I mean, I don't know if any one song took longer than the other. I definitely, I'm not sure. I feel like each song was its own process. Each song had its own feel. You know, I don't know. I can't answer it that way. As far as best song on there, it's tough. I don't know, I feel as though it could be the world is prepared to title track itself. Solid leans towards Starry-Eyed.
I do like Starry-Eyed. I mean, I love all the tracks on there. It's hard to pick a favorite or a best.
Definitely.
World is So Prepared is very good. I mean, that took us a while, and
That's the final track we wrote.
As a producer, I can never fully say that I feel a song, like a track has been perfected or has been made to the highest of my standards. There's always room for improvement. I'm my own worst critic. And Starry-Eyed is probably, in my perception, that took the longest, a lot of work, and I really am proud of Starry-Eyed.
Well, we have, working together musically, over almost 2 years. Almost 2 years we've been working musically. We've worked together before in other venues of our lives. That's not really worth spending time talking about or anything, but musically over about almost 2 years now.
Over 6 years or 5 years in life.
In life, definitely. We've grown together as men, as well as musicians, I'd say. I've always known him to be a great musician. He's always known me to be a great poet. I had taken a break from writing raps for a while there, and suddenly I started writing raps again, and my manager started making beats for me, and we created this magic. I think it's a different sound, something you don't hear anywhere else. I think it's got a different sound.
Absolutely. It's very different and original, which I think you need in this day and age. A lot of stuff is just kind of cliche and copy paste.
Yeah.
A lot of artists just stealing from one another. Where did the originality go? And that's kind of where we're going, is let's reinvent, let's remake the wheel.
Like you said before, we both feel, as far as working together, I think we work well together because we want to become better. We don't think we're the shit. We don't think we're the best. We think we can be better. And I think that's why we do work good together, is because we are very critical of ourselves. We try to be as big a perfectionist as possible. I think there's more room to grow in the way I write and the way I spit my rhymes and the flow itself.
I totally believe that my music could be a lot better, production status, everything. We can grow, but that's what motivates us.